And let's start 7th class science chapter number 18, name is wastewater story. In this chapter we will also do or discuss about wastewater. You know very well that water is life. Without water we can't alive. Then in this chapter we will do a discuss and we will learn about following topics. That is, first is what is wastewater. In this chapter we will learn this, and also we will learn here about water, our lifeline, how and what is sewage and how water freshes up, and why how we treated to waste water and reuse that, and what is our role of you as a citizen and a sanitization and diseases. All the topic we will discuss here one by one. First is what is wastewater. Actually, you know that waste means what? Wastewater means a dirty water. Sometimes you see that dirty water is brown and black in color and rich of leathers and some oils mixed with oils and as detergent, and it get down the drain from a sink, shower, toilet, laundry. It is a dirty water, and in other words we can say such type of water is a wastewater. Actually, wastewater is a effluent means a liquid discharge through a hospital, through a industry, through offices and through our users. Then this type of water is called a wastewater. Our next point is water, our lifeline. Actually, you know that many times we use a water, and you know that potable water is very minimum quantity, and you have already learned about the how much quantity we have as a potable water. Then water is used for our drinking, and also water is used for bathing, for cooking, for scrubbing. Then there are many ways we use the water, and we can't imagine a life without a water. Then water is very important, but it is unfortunate for us that more than 1 billion people do not access the clean water. And for a clean water, they go far away from their homes, and even they do not get the clean water. You know that UNA, you know about the international organization UNA. UNO is also proclaimed a year of 2055 to 15 as a decade for action of water for a life. Then water is very important, and You know that you have already learned about water scarcity and how much minimum water we get and we have in such a time as a potable water. Potable means drinking water. Our next point is sewage. Actually, what is sewage? Cleaning, cleaning, cleaning of water is a process of removing pollutant before reuse. Whatever water we use that is clean, firstly we should remove all the pollutant from that. Otherwise, it may be a cause of many diseases. Then, actually, what is sewage? Sewage is a wastewater that we can't use. It is a liquid discharge that is we get from a hospital, industry, and other users. Even wastewater we get from a rain that has come from a street. When the heavy rain comes and as a storm, then what is actually a sewage? Sewage is known as wastewater that is released by the home, industry, hospital, and offices. Okay, then it is a sewage. Okay, then in activity number 2, it is shown that how we get the sewage water. Actually, sewage water suspended many impurities such as organic, it may be organic, inorganic, nutrients, bacteria, and other microbes. And such type of sewage water is we usually get from users. Actually, what is organic impurity? Organic impurity is the human fleces, like I saw here. Organic impurity is human feces, animal wastes. These are the organic. And apart from that, urea, pesticide, these are also vegetables, wastes. These are also a organic impurity, whereas inorganic is nitrate, phosphate, another type of metals. And nutrients means phosphorus and nitrogen. And bacteria, some bacteria also suspended, also lives in a wastewater, such as you know that a cholera, typhoid, and protozoa, some protozoa that is cause of dysentery. Then such type of microbes and bacteria also lives in a wastewater. Okay, then actually our next point is water freshes up. Water freshes up. Water freshes up. Actually, what happened? You know generally that in a home two set of pipe is comes. First set of pipe bring the water, bring the clean water, and the second type of pipe set is take away the water from wastewater from your home. Then This type of chain, this type of network is spread all over the city, and such seeds that seed is that networks is also taking of waters, and such type of network is called sewers. Actually, and the forming of a sewers is called sewerage. It is actually a transportation system that carries a sewage from the one point being produced to another point for a disposal in a treatment plant. Actually, what is treatment plant? Treatment plant is nothing. It is a plant where water is being treated. Means we get the water from a wastewater. We get a clean water from a wastewater for reuse. For that, we take one activity. You can see here, it is a process of filtrations. Actually, in this activity, we take a big jar that is 3/4 full of our wastewater. Okay, and having many impurity like as orange peels, banana, vegetable wastes, and this water is full of the detergent and many ink is also in it. What you do? Firstly, you have to leave, cap the jar, okay, cap the jar and leave for 2 or 3 days in a sunlight. What you take us after 3 and 4 days after, you take a sample in a test tube and smell it. What is the smell of this? And after that, you take a aerator. You know that aerator is what? Aerator is a, actually you have got the aerator from aquariums and aquariums, and these aerators we attached with the test tube and leave that for 1 day. When the aeration is completed, you take a filter papers and make a cone like this and attach with a funnel and mount the funnel for the support. After that, place the layer of sand, gravel, fine gravel and gravel here, and after that what you do, you pour the aerated water in this. What you get? You get a clean water. If it does not clean, you repeat such activity again. You pour again the water until you get a fresh water. After that, you take a piece of chlorine and put in that. What you got? You get a clean water, and this is having no odor and having means the smell of water is being minimized, or even it may be it is completed, finished. Then we get a clean water by such type of process, by the process of filtration. Actually, what happened in a plant, water waste treatment plant, it is here the big quantity of wastewater is treated. Treatment of wastewater involves a physical, chemicals, biological process in which we remove the physical, biological matter from the contaminated wastewater. Actually, what we do in a water waste treatment plant? It is firstly we passes the waste water through this barred screen. Here, what is this? This is a barred screen. And what it does, it remove all the large component, all the large wastes such as steak, napkins, and means large object from the wastewater. After that, it comes in a sand removal tank. What is this? This is a sand removal tank where the speed of wastewater is decreased. That's why the pebbles and a sand and this such type of materials is settled in the bottom. Then it's and lastly when it passes through a scent removal tanks, it's come in a large tank that is sloped towards middle and solid like as fishes is settled down in a bottom. And from the scraper, what is name? From the scraper, okay, from the scraper we take out all the feces and all the dirty things from that water. That name is a sludge. And the fluted solids wastes is removed by a skimmer. Then actually sludge is usually kept in a tank that is covered and where the anaerobic means without oxygen bacteria, without oxygen where air is not passed. Then sludge is kept in a tank where the oxygen is not required, and anaerobic bacteria decompose the sludges, and after that what happened? The sludge is converted into decomposed by a bacteria and it is uses for a fuel, and we get a clean water in such a process is 97% clean. 90 is not a purely clean. That's why air is pumped into a clarified and clean water. And what we get? We get the some aerobic bacteria consume the human's wastage and another things, and when it settles we take out the we take out the sludges that is in the bottom, and this is 97%. This sludges is 97% having a water, and this water is removed by a drying beds or machines, where the dried sludges is being removed, and water that we get is passes in a ground, and sludges we get dry sludges we use as a manure. Then it is a full process. Actually, sometimes the water treatment plants have clean water. They usually use ozone and chlorine for purifying more to waters. And when we passes the clean water in a river, in a ground, then nature's kept on for kept on another purification. Then it is a whole process. अब now become an active citizen. Become as an active citizen. What role we have to play? You know that what waste generation is a natural part of human activity. We can't deny the waste generation, but sometimes you will feel and you can see that a drain is open and overflowed, and in a rainy seasons it is flooded from mud ponds and come on the road. Then what is this? And it is very disgusting sight. Then as a citizens you have to go in a municipality and a panchayat and insist them to cover such type of drain. Okay, then and which things you have to cooking oil, fats we do not throw in a drain because it's chalked to the pipe of drain. And second thing, napkin, soft toys you do not throw in a drain because it can be maybe a cause of chalks of the pipe. And third things, the chemicals do not flow in a drain because some microbes they usually clear to the water do a purification of the water is killed. Then such type of state we should always take for as a senior citizen, as a active citizen. Now last is sanitization and diseases. Actually what happened? Sometime you will feel that some people they lives in a village and some people they lives in a city defecated in a open on a dry riverbed, on a railway track, near the field, or many times directly in waters. What it do? What it does? It actually polluted to a water, and also it is make a cause of surface water and groundwater. And you know that how much a small quantity groundwater we have, and you know that the groundwater we take from our tubes, springs, and many from our tubes, and it is polluted to the water. Then what is the alternative arrangement for a sewage disposal? Then there are many alternative arrangement for a sewage disposal. Like as we should use a septic tanks, chemical toilet, composing pits, septic tank. These are the way of the sewage disposal. Actually, septic tank is used for that a place where the no sewerage, and like as the in hospital, and where the houses is four and clustered with 4 or 5. Sometimes the on-site hygienic on-site human technology is also lives. These toilets do not require for escarving because such type of the etc of humans is is goes in one tank, and where the biogas is taken through a decomposition or decomposed by the bacteria. Then what we do? We actually, the biogas is produced is use of the sources of energy. Okay. Now sanitization at public places. In our country, fairs are organized periodically. A large number of people participated in them. In the same way, railway station, bus stop, airports, hospital, we take many peoples is there, and they usually do the dirty of such type of place. What then, as is done, we should minimize such type of thing, and always we should consider that we should one step up for cleaning of the environment, because it is a responsibility of every citizen to clean up the environment. Okay, then thanks. I think that you have understood all the topic that is related to this chapter. And if you have any doubt, write in comment box. I will give a reply as much as possible. Okay, now I am going to discuss with you a question answer of this chapter. First question that is so here, that cleaning water is a process of removing. What removing? Cleaning of water is a process of removing removing a pollutant that is present in a water. Wastewater released by a house is called sewage. Dried man is used as a manure. This dried sewage is used for a manure. Drain get blocked by such and such. This drain get blocked by a soft twice, by a napkin, by a sanitary pads. What is a sewage? And explain how it is harmful to discharge untreated sewage into a river or sea. Actually, sewage is a wastewater that we get from a hospital, from another users, and explain how it is harmful, because many inorganic, organic, and many bacteria, microbes lives in our wastewater that can be harms, and that is hazardous for our health. Why should oil and fats do not release in a drain? Because it can be choked the pipe of drainage. Describe the state involving getting the clarified water from a wastewater. Then first is it goes a body screen. After that, where the big particles, big object is being removed, After that it goes in a sol it goes in a solid grid plant where the sand removal sand removal plant where the sand removal tank where the sand and pebbles is being removed. After that it goes in a one tank, big tank, and where it is sloped in a such a way. Here the classes is being obtained, that name is a slush. Slush we get we after the decomposition of the slush we get fuel and the water, clean water we get from such a process is after the aeration of clean water we get clear waters that is passes in a sea, in a river or a ground. Then this is a step. Okay, our next question, what is slush? You know that slush is a particles that we get here, that is a slush. Name the two chemicals used to disinfect water. Two chemicals, ozone and chlorine. Okay, explain the function of bar screen in a water treatment. You know that bar screen, what does it remove all the large particle of the wastewater. Explain the relationship of sanitization and diseases. If we do a poor sanitization, it may be a cause of many diseases. Outline your role as an active citizen in a relation of sanitization. Then we should always, any water drain is not covers, we go to panchayat and insist them to cover such type of drain. Second thing, we should not throw the oil in a sink, and the chemicals we should not flow in a wastewater, and the soft and napkins we should not throw in in a wastewater. Then such type of things we should do as a active citizens. Then I think that you have understood all the topic that is related to this chapter, and I am going to wrap up my session here, and I will meet with you in next class with new concept. Okay, thanks.